In 2011, Samsung launched their first phablet, the Galaxy Note, which had a retractable stylus and a huge 5.3-inch screen. It also came with powerful hardware, dual-core processor, 1 GB of RAM, and a 2500 mAh battery. Interestingly, the phone initially received a lot of criticism for its huge size, but in a short time it proved to be a real success, with about 10 million units sold in less than a year. The next Note was released in 2012 and focused on improving the user experience. The design was inspired by the Galaxy S3, and the specifications were impressive again. It had a larger display, quad-core processor, 2 GB of RAM, and a larger battery. The S Pen was also improved, and the Air View function allowed the pen to be used as an indicator. With the release of the next Note, Samsung changed the design of the phone to give it a more premium look. They replaced the plastic back cover with a faux leather one. It had a larger display, for the first time a full HD panel, a better processor, a 13-megapixel camera that could film 4K, and more RAM. The Note 3 was the only Galaxy Note device to be equipped with thermometer and hygrometer sensors and Air View support for both stylus and finger. Of course, the S Pen was also improved, receiving the Air Command menu, thus providing quick access to many functions. In the first 2 months, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 was sold in over 10 million units worldwide. Samsung has also launched a more affordable version of the Note 3, namely the Note 3 Neo. It had a smaller screen, less RAM, and a more modest 8-megapixel camera. It also came with the same leather design, but with minor modifications. In 2014, Samsung launched the Galaxy Note 4, the first Samsung device with a Quad HD Super AMOLED display. Samsung has reintroduced the plastic cover and metal frame. Inside, the phone was quite powerful with a quad-core processor, 3 GB of RAM, and a 16-megapixel camera. The S Pen has also had improvements, but this time Air View is only usable with the S Pen, not with the fingers as in the previous model. Note 4 was sold in over 4.5 million units in the first month. With the next model, Samsung experimented a bit and launched the Galaxy Note Edge. If on the inside it was identical to the Note 4, on the outside it boasted a curved display on the right edge of the phone. This area could be used as a sidebar to display various quick applications or tools, and when the screen was off, the clock was displayed. The following year, Samsung introduced the Galaxy Note 5, which came with many improvements. Inspired by the Galaxy S6, the design and display received major improvements. It was bigger and it was made of glass and metal. However, some features appreciated by the users have been removed. The Note 5 no longer had a micro SD card slot and no removable battery. However, in addition to the attractive design, the Note 5 had a powerful chipset and 4 GB of RAM inside. The S Pen came with a self-ejection mechanism, and an interesting feature was the screen-off writing, which allowed the user to take notes with the screen off. Samsung has skipped the number 6 and launched the Galaxy Note 7 directly, the phone that Samsung probably wants to forget. It was the first in the series to introduce a USB-C connector, reintroduced expandable storage, and came with a curved screen. The S Pen also came with new features such as translation functions, a screen magnifier, and the ability to record GIFs. Note 7 was like a refresh of the series with many pre-orders. However, shortly after the launch, problems were found with the battery, which overheated and exploded. So Samsung has withdrawn the Note 7 from the market. However, the following year, Samsung released the Note Fan Edition, a reconditioning of the Note 7. It was identical to the Note 7, only it had a smaller battery. Galaxy Note 8 was launched in 2017 and had a sleek glass and metal design and infinity display screen. This time, Samsung went safe with a smaller battery, a larger screen, and an octa-core processor. The Note 8 was the first to have a dual camera, a 12-megapixel main camera, and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens equipped with live focus, a background dimming function. The Note 8 also came with DeX, a feature that turns your phone into a computer. It seems that the Note 8 was successful, with over 270,000 units sold in the first weekend since its launch. Galaxy Note 9 was launched in 2018, and this time Samsung took courage and introduced a larger 4000 mAh battery. It had a top chipset under the hood and was the first Samsung phone to offer up to 8 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage. The biggest changes were the S Pen, which offered Bluetooth support, allowing a user to control the camera, YouTube videos, and slideshows remotely. In 2019, Samsung introduced for the first time two variants for the Note series, Galaxy Note 10 and Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The Note 10 series has made changes in design, comes with a full-edge display and a cutout at the top for the selfie camera. Both variants are identical except that the Plus version comes with a larger screen, more RAM, and a larger battery. The super-fast 25-watt charge for the Note 10 was also introduced, and the Note 10 Plus could be charged at up to 45 watts. Moreover, the Galaxy Note 10 series has given up the 3.5mm jack. At the same time, both phones have borrowed some new features from the Samsung Galaxy S10, such as fingerprint scanners in the display, wireless power share, and a setup of triple cameras consisting of an ultra-wide-angle 16-megapixel lens and 12-megapixel wide-angle and telephoto lenses. In 2020, Samsung launched a more affordable version of the Note 10 series, namely the Note 10 Lite. It was completely different from previous models, with a completely flat display and older processor from the Note 9. However, the Note 10 Lite came with a triple camera similar to the Note 10 series, headphones, and an FM radio. In 2020, Samsung launched the Note 20 series, which includes two superior models in every respect. In terms of design, it resembles the Note 10 series, except that the Note 20 comes with curved edges and a new design of the camera. As we are used to by Samsung, the Note 20 is a basic model, while the Ultra model offers premium specifications. Thus, the Note 20 Ultra has a larger 6.9-inch display, a 120Hz refresh rate, a larger 4500 mAh battery, and expandable storage. Another difference between the two models is the latency of the S Pen, the Note 20 having an S Pen with 26 millisecond latency, and the Ultra model only 9 milliseconds latency. Also, one of the most interesting features of this series is the ultra-wideband, which allows you to share files with another device just by pointing at it. Moreover, this feature will be able to serve as a digital key for access to buildings. Both phones have a triple camera similar to the S20 line. The Note 20 has two 12-megapixel wide and ultra-wide sensors and a 64-megapixel telephoto sensor. And the Note 20 Ultra has a 108-megapixel wide sensor and two 12-megapixel telephoto and ultra-wide sensors. Another change to these models is the position of the buttons, now on the right side, and the S Pen slot is now on the left side of the phone. Looks like this is the last phone in the Note series. However, Samsung has added S Pen support to the Galaxy S21 Ultra and the Galaxy S22 Ultra, which has a design similar to the latest Note. What do you think? Is the new Galaxy S22 Ultra the new Note? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. See you in the next video.